everyone. Thank you for coming back to At Titi's House podcast. I had to take a little hiatus because I was sick and still kind of feeling a little bit of the residual effects of being a little bit sick, right? Mm-hmm. Somebody in my household had COVID, and although I didn't test positive, he did. But we're in the same house. So how can one person be positive and the other person be negative?
I mean, can you even trust the test after that? You're like, what if
no,
neither
and
one of
we
these
experienced the same symptoms, which is funny because he had the symptoms before I did. Mm-hmm. And then I started feeling whatever he was getting over, then the next couple of days I was battling with. So I'm still dealing with they call it a sinus infection. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with that. So I'm off the record for COVID-19.
Yeah.
But, yeah, just ain't been feeling well. So, yeah, a lot of people reach out to me like, wait a minute, what happened? Are you okay? Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm fine. I'm just going, trying to get over this cold or whatever I'm battling. A lot of people, too, when I posted that, I posted a snippet of relation, like friendships. Mm-hmm. Boy, I got a lot of feedback on that.
What were they saying about it?
Just like, hey, I follow you. I'm watching. Mm-hmm. Like,
one of the posts saying that your friends don't.
Yeah, your friends don't watch, and I was just generally speaking, some people don't watch, some people don't care. Some people ask me how to follow, and how to watch, and I said I'm gonna say it again, as I say every week. I guess I need to post this on my Instagram. This opening caption of how you can follow At Titi's House podcast.
Yeah, even I don't know if you've seen, but even I updated the Instagram. Like you can go on there and it has the Spotify link, it has the YouTube link.
Oh,
it has
that's what we needed.
iHeartRadio link. It's all in the.
Is that so? That's on what?
It's all in the Instagram bio.
So in the Instagram. So go to At Titi's House podcast in the Instagram bio.
There's a link.
And you can see the link that will take you directly to At Titi's House podcast. It's on YouTube,
yep.
Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts. I told them you can go on there. Just go to the app. Mm-hmm. Just search Titi's House podcast and it'll come up and you can listen. And the best thing about it is that you can register and have your notification come up. That's how I get mine every Friday, notification. So we took a break last week. We're back. A lot of good, feedback has been coming. We had one video that went up there, about 15,000, 16,000 views. And I'm going to say that was all new people. Mm-hmm. Most of my TT's House followers didn't even watch the video. Mm-hmm. Maybe like 5 or 6 people, but the rest was out in the world. Yeah. So that was pretty good. Got a lot of good feedback too. So yeah, we trying to make it in this world of podcasts, and we're going to keep going. Everybody's like, keep going. It's something there. But it's all about timing. I remember Joe Budden, I was watching his podcast and he said it took him 5 years to get going. So just keep plugging away. Just keep talking about the content you want to talk about. Don't give up, because if you give up, you won't see tomorrow.
Yeah, and then he always says he started even before that. Like in 2004, he worked at Hot 97 for a year.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
okay.
So you never know what's lining you up for the next thing.
Oh yeah, that would be great. Hey, Charlemagne and DJ Envy, if you want me to come be on the Breakfast Club,
so,
I know
y'all still got that open seat, right?
Yeah, is that open seat open? Let me come on there. I got some credentials. Mm-hmm. I can definitely bring something to the table. So let me know. Hey, I'll move to New York. At least I'll fly. Is the Breakfast Club every week?
Every day.
Every day. I don't know, y'all. Y'all too expensive out there in New York. I might have to fly out there and then come back.
Every day, every morning they on.
Yeah, as long as they pay me what I'm making at my job right now, I'm good. Mm-hmm. So, hey, I'm out here. Y'all come looking for me if you want me to be on your podcast. I think they have like different women on there.
Yeah, that's been filling in for
what's her name? Angela Yee? Yeah, I guess they're trying to fill out, which is something they should do, fill out their personalities with. Yeah. By the way, I like Jess Hilarious on there. That's what I like the best too. So far, she's been my favorite.
Yeah, I've seen her Jess the most is funny. Too.
Yeah, so she's been on there. She was on there when Tyrese was on there. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I seen a little clip of it.
Yeah, that was, I thought it was, I thought it was very courageous of Tyrese to go on there and talk about his, his downfall, like the mental health the situation that he had, and you know how they prescribe medication, because medication can mess you up. If it doesn't balance you right, you got to keep getting on the medication and trying different types of medication to see what really, where the imbalance is in your brain. But I thought it was honorary of him to go on there and just say, hey, I was in a crisis.
I don't remember none of that.
Yeah, like he didn't remember him. But, you know, he apologized, and Envy told him he would have boxed him in the mouth or whatever because he said he was disrespectful to his wife. So Tyrese comes back after he leaves the Breakfast Club and has receipts that you ain't never blocked me. You know what I'm saying? But then the wife came on today and said that he was inappropriate with her.
What did he say to her?
She didn't say, she wouldn't say, but Envy kind of alluded to it.
What he allude to?
Just that he was inappropriate comments that he shouldn't be saying to his wife. I mean, Gia's beautiful, so I'm sure, you know, Tyrese, she looked like she could be Tyrese's type, but I don't know. He wouldn't say, and she wouldn't say either. But the fact that I don't see Tyrese doing something like that. I don't know.
No, the drugs will make you do anything out there.
But they said this happened after that whole situation. So I don't know. But I just don't feel like, you know, I don't know. I see Tyrese as a God-fearing man, and I see him as a good person. So I don't believe that he would have said anything. I don't know. I'm not Gia. I wasn't there. But just the fact, I thought it was honorary of him to come on there and talk about it.
If I was in all the Fast and Furious, I'd be shooting at everybody's wife too. I'm like, yo, you know who I am?
Dude, I'm Tyrese.
Yeah,
like, Tyrese is fine. He's fine.
I know The Rock.
For real. Yeah. So it's just funny that, you know, they Envy came back and said, Tyrese went home and pulled receipts. Envy came back. But at this point, like, does it matter?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm sure it matters to him because that's his wife. At the end of the day, you don't want nobody talking to your wife or saying inappropriate things. And they said that he would, you know, get mad if she couldn't get on the phone and talk to him because like they were friends. And I think it's cool that Envy has a lot of faith in his wife to allow her to be friends with Tyrese, because some men don't even allow. This is Tyrese.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, where's the breakdown in communication or what really happened to make that go to the left? I mean, I like Tyrese, like I just said. So,
I mean, if that was really her friend, he must have said something crazy. If she was like, "Yo, he's really bugging."
But my best friend Ron says crazy stuff to me all the time. I just laugh it off.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Ron's funny as hell.
I love you, Ron.
Yeah, he's
but
funny as
he
hell.
says inappropriate stuff to me all the time. But I guess I don't take it a certain way. That's his personality. So I think that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you got to know somebody personal. Like, Tyrese seems like he got a cool personality. I don't know what he said, but at the end of the day, there's certain things you cannot say to someone's wife and not think that they're not going to take it in a bad context. You know what I'm saying? So got to be careful. All right, y'all. So let's get into it. I want to talk about today. I seen something on social media that really just kind of blew my mind. And it just really put me in a place where, does this really happen to people? It was a young lady talking about, she got hit on the side of her face with a brick because the guy asked her for her phone number and she would not. You seen that? And she would not give her his phone number. So he picked up a brick and hit her on the side of the face.
This is all caught on camera, too?
Yeah.
Dang.
And I mean, she had this big bruise. Like, that she could have got a concussion.
Yeah, brick-sized
Anything
bruise.
could have happened to her at this point. Like, you was that mad because this female would not give you her phone number. Like, what is wrong with
People
you?
Be sensitive.
Rejection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you were rejected by her, so you felt the need to hit her upside the head with a brick. Never. Come on.
Yeah, it's not that serious.
And where was the other guys that were around? Was there anyone else around that could have defended her? You know, I know people don't like to step in and defend other people, but
I mean, if
this
he
guy
hit her
inappropriate.
with
a brick.
then he gonna definitely shoot some people from stepping in too, though.
Oh yeah,
You
I
know
mean,
what
yeah, he probably didn't have a gun, but well, he might have. We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
But the whole point of it is that he couldn't handle the rejection that he had to pick up something and hit her with. So today on TT's House Podcast, I want to talk about rejection. And what that looks like, and what are the 6 signs that
She gonna reject you?
that you're being rejected. Because there are some signs to you being rejected. And you don't have to be in a relationship. You could be in a relationship and be rejected, but just being rejected and what that means, right? And how people respond to that. So I found an article on bonobology.com, and it talks about rejection and what it is and what it looks like. Because some people don't even know, some of y'all don't even know you're being rejected.
Being rejected.
Right? How do you not know that you're being rejected? Rejection means that they don't want no parts of you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They don't really, want to be in a relationship with you. Really don't value your friendship, because it could be friendships, it could be relationships, it could be anything. So I want to talk about that today, because after seeing that young lady's Instagram post, it really left me really damn, this is what we doing. Because you think about it, I mean, I'm not gonna say I reject people every day, but I've had people reach out to me on Instagram, and they was very respectful. Say I'm in a relationship with somebody, and they'll be like, oh damn, okay, oh, I thought you was single. Like, what? I don't know why people think because you're on a public platform or you have a podcast or what makes people think that you single? Maybe because I don't wear a ring?
Maybe, or maybe because you be talking about men.
Or maybe because I be man bashing.
Man bashing.
Man bash. I don't be trying to man bash nobody. But yeah, people be like, oh, really? Like, surprise. Like, surprise. Yes, I could be in a relationship too. What you trying to say? I'm ugly and don't nobody want me? I'll just be laughing because they just be like, oh, damn. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you was in a relationship. Okay, well, you didn't ask. Mm-hmm. You shot it. A guy asked me out on a date, and I was like, oh, I can't go out on a date with you. I'm in a relationship. So he was like, oh, damn. Okay. All right, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about rejection. So we said clearly rejection is somebody doesn't want to be with you. Is that how you clarify? Is that how you would define being rejected?
Yeah, it doesn't want to be with you, or doesn't even want anything extra to do with you besides, or anything,
anything, yeah.
Because it doesn't even have to necessarily be, like you said, dating or anything like that. It could just be
just friendships, because there's some friendship. I'm gonna tell you, I'm a Virgo, so sometimes I get in my moods where I don't want to talk to nobody, and you might call my phone, and guess what? I ain't answering because I'm in the mood. You know what I'm saying? We all get in our moods like that. Am I the only one?
No, I get in my moods all the time.
Yeah, I get like that where I'm like, I'm the friendliest person. You know what I'm saying? But there's sometimes where I'm just like, I'm not feeling it today. I had a hard day. Mm-hmm. I don't want to talk about it. And I don't want to talk to nobody. And I don't want nobody laying next to me. I don't want nobody bothering me. I don't want to cook for nobody. You know what I'm saying? Some days you just feel you rejecting everybody. Yeah. Because you don't feel like it. So I want to go through the 6 signs that you are being rejected by your significant other. Okay, these are the actual signs. Number 1. What do you think number 1 is?
They're too busy.
Oh, right on
look,
time.
I'm just thinking.
Yes,
look.
they are always too busy.
Uh-huh. Look, I thought so.
There is no one, and I'm going to say it for y'all loud and clear. There is no one too busy to spend time with you or to be with you, right? Mm-hmm. You can have separate lives with somebody, live separate lives, live in separate households, but if somebody wants to see you, they are going to make it a point to see you. Mm-hmm. I don't care if they work a 9 to 5, they go to the gym, they're going to come home from the gym, take a shower, and be right at your place. What's for dinner? Uh-huh. I've dated some guys like that will call me throughout the day, like, what you doing for dinner? Okay, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to come over there. We could just have dinner together. Mm-hmm. I don't want to cook. Just take me out somewhere. This Taco Tuesday. We can go somewhere and have tacos. But at the end of the day, like, no one is ever too busy or doesn't have time for you. Yeah. They just don't want to be with you.
They don't want to make the time for you.
And I'm going to tell you, ladies, if you are with someone that doesn't text or call you often or check on you, that's because he ain't thinking about you. That's a sign. That's a red flag. That means you're being rejected. All right? So, number 2. What you think number 2 is?
Number 2,
I just said it too.
Okay.
They never respond to texts or calls. So if you're calling them and they basically ghosting you, or waiting days before they respond to your text messages, they ain't interested. Mm-hmm. That's a sign of being rejected. That means they're not putting you first. you don't mean anything to them. And I hate to say it like this and be sarcastic about it, but that's just a red flag that you are not that important.
Yeah, you're not the one.
You are not the one. And just imagine how that makes a person feel that you are with somebody, or you think you're with this person, or you think you're in a relationship with this person, but you really, in reality, you are not. Mm-hmm. Because this person doesn't show you through their actions that they want to be with you. Why is that so hard for people to see? I think women, we make excuses for men too.
Yeah.
I think ladies, we're making excuses for these men not calling and texting and not coming over and not showing you time. You're just an option. You are definitely an option for this person. There's no communication. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. All right. So, number 3. Number 3. I use this a lot. But I do use it. And I'm going to say, I do use this.
Does it work?
With people I do not want to be with. Mm-hmm. I am not ready to be in a committed relationship.
Uh-huh.
Have you used that in the past?
I have. I've heard it too.
You've heard it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, they told you that?
Yeah, you know,
I
heard
just
it a
was
couple
rejecting
times.
you. Did that hurt your feelings?
A little bit. It's all right though. They gonna come back around.
Yeah, that's okay. Don't cry because they don't die. They will come back.
Yeah, for sure.
They will come back. Don't cry because they will come back. That's one thing I can guarantee you. But yeah, if there's someone is definitely saying to you, I am not ready to be in a commitment. Yeah. Trust and believe what they telling you. You are not the one. They're rejecting you.
I mean, what if they honestly mean that though? You don't think somebody can say that and mean that what if they just got out of a relationship 2 weeks ago?
Well, it just means that they're probably in a different place in their lives. Because I think that's very important too. For two people to be in a relationship, you have to be in the same place in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I think that for me, being with somebody, I would have to be with somebody who's been single as long as I've been single. You know what I'm saying? And he's been single. Because you both have to be at the same point in your life where you want to be in a relationship with somebody, right? Not like you just said someone coming out of a relationship 2 weeks ago and they meet you and you can be the bomb.com. The best thing that ever happened to them. The prettiest girl they ever dated. And guess what? If they ain't ready, they ain't ready. You might have to wait. If it's meant to be, I always say even years down the line, it could happen, right? You could be with that person years down the line. Just in that. I mean, I've been in a place like that. When I first got, divorced from your dad, I was like, want to deal with nobody. Man, I was having the time of my life. Exactly. That was my. I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want to be in a relationship. I'm just having fun. So it depends on where you are in your life. Is the person that you're dealing with in the same space, in the same headspace, in the same, wanting a relationship just like you do? And if they don't, if you are messing with the person that does not want a commitment and you're in a different place where you do want a commitment and you want to be married, don't waste your time with that person because they may never come around. Nah, for what? Okay. Why would you wait? Tell me. Why would you wait?
Why would you wait? What's the next?
I'm asking you.
Oh, you was asking me why would I wait? Would you wait? I thought that was the answer. Why would you wait? I'm like, all right.
No, I'm asking you. Would you wait?
Would I?
Because you said, would you not wait? No, I'm not waiting because will that person ever be ready?
Yeah, I mean, I would wait depending on who the person is and if it's something that I found in them that I didn't find in nobody else.
Yeah, that's true because everybody is not the same.
Yeah. It's like, dang, this person
felt
is
like
go ahead.
If I would have met somebody right when I got divorced, you would have been wasting your time. Yeah. Because I don't care how good you was, how good looking you was, how magnificent you was. I was not in that space. And I met a really good dude when I was coming out of my divorce. And I thought, maybe I was ready. But him and I, kind of had a falling out. And when he came back, tried to come back, I was like, boy, I'm having fun. Yeah. I don't want to be with nobody.
Yeah, I realized I don't want that again.
I realized that I didn't, and even though, I was separated for 2 years, like I was like, nah, I'm good. Like he really, because I think that I would have forced myself to be in a relationship with him, because we do that sometimes. So we force ourselves to be with the person because you like their character, you like them as a person, you feel like they're strong, independent, so you like those things, and those are the things that kind of lure you to that person. But it might not be the person for you, and we make it happen because that's what we want at that time. So you got to be mentally in a headspace. You got to be ready to be in a relationship. And if the person, either you or that person, is not ready, just let them go. Let them go find happiness somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Don't string them along.
Don't string them along. Why? Why would you? Because it's a good catch, and
you might be ready one day.
One day. So you just gonna hold on to her for one day. You might be ready. Ladies, don't be nobody's one day.
No, it go both ways too.
Yeah, men too.
Yeah, women probably do it more than men.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why? Why do you think that?
Because women, they make we was talking about choosing the choice. Whose choice is it ultimately to be? It is ultimately the women, the woman's choice.
Yeah, to be in the relationship. She chooses you. I feel like a woman chooses a man.
Yeah, exactly.
The man don't choose. Y'all, we might let you think you choosing us, but you're not. We're choosing you. Because I feel like ultimately we make the decision. Am I wrong by thinking that? Mm-hmm. I think so. I don't know. Am I wrong in thinking that? People, let me know if you think I'm wrong in thinking that we ultimately make the choice. But, there's people that are afraid of commitment too. If you're waiting for somebody to come along or come around to be wanting to be in a commitment, they might be commitment phobic. You know what I'm saying? They don't. There's a lot of people out there like that as soon as they get close to somebody, they back away and they kind of ghost you because that's not what they really want. They want all the perks that come with being in a relationship, but they don't actually want to be in one. They're afraid of being in a relationship. I don't know. You have any guy friends like that?
I've had times when I've maybe been afraid to be in a relationship again after giving your all to something and it not working. Then you're like, why would I do this again?
Yeah.
It's like, that's true. I'm not trying to waste my time.
That's true. I didn't think about it that way, but that's true.
I know I'm a little cold in that aspect, but that's why also I'm like, but then when I find somebody who's super dope or cool and they're not ready, do I wait for them? And I've been through so much that
continue to grow outside of that person, because I feel like growth is important. You need to be able to grow out. I always say, like, even for me, like, and I think it has a lot to do with my sign and who I am as a person. Like, I would love to be in a relationship, but I don't want to be with my significant other every day.
No, heck no.
Like, I want to work and then come home and miss you. Like, I don't want to spend every day with you. I don't want to. Because I feel like you grow outside, and then when you come back together, you're able to talk through your growth. You know what I'm saying? I know women that when they get in relationships, they always say, and I've had girlfriends I've experienced this with, that when they get with a man, it's like, all right, see you later, deuces, I'm in a whole relationship now. And I really can't hang out with you like that. I'm not trying to go to dinner with y'all ladies. I got a whole man. Y'all single. Y'all stay single. Peace. I don't know, but it's like, damn. Because I don't feel like I'm like one of them girls.
No. We still got lives to live.
Yeah, you got to still live your life and experience your life outside of that person. I said that before on another podcast. Like, you really need to be experiencing your life outside that person so that when you come back, you can talk through your growth and how you've grown as a person. I think it makes you a better person. You miss that person. That's why I always say, I ain't living with somebody until I'm married.
Even then, I met this dude who, he was married, he got divorced, and then him and his wife ended up getting back together, but they had their own place. And he was like, if you ever get married, keep your own place. It's the cheat
What does
code.
that do? I mean, because you're paying two separate households, though.
But it's like you got your own space.
That's not economically feasible for some people.
Yeah, it could be true.
We need all your money to come into one household.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But then there's people, really, to tell you the truth, and I've seen this with certain people too, is that When they're with somebody, they're with that person. They love everything about that person. They love spending time with that person. There's like nobody else that they want to spend time with. And I'm like, dang, is it like that? Because I never experienced that before. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I need to grow up.
I need to grow up.
I need to grow up. Okay, so another sign that you're being rejected is that they are potentially seeing other people.
Okay.
Which makes sense because you're rejecting me. You're not really calling me or texting me. You're not really coming to see me. What else did we say? You're not coming to see me. You're not calling or texting me. You're not that committed. Mm-hmm. What else?
You're too busy.
You've repeated that you're too busy and that you don't want to be in a commitment. That right there tells me that you are openly seeing other people and you just haven't let me know.
Yeah, maybe they did let you know though. In other ways.
Just like in those ways.
Yeah, in those ways.
I'm too busy. I ain't have a job and I can't come there all the time. Or I have kids and I'm spending time with my kids. And I always say you make time for what you want.
Everything.
If you ain't making time for a person that you claim to be in a relationship with, you got several relationships going on. That's for men or women. You know what I'm saying? You got several relationships. If a woman is complaining to you that you do not spend enough time with her, it's because in actuality, you are not spending enough time with her.
But do you feel like different people require different amounts of time? Like every woman isn't the same. One woman might expect to get 3 hours a night with you, and one might be happy just to watch a TV show with you when you get home from work.
Yeah, I think so too. That has a lot to do with it too.
Yeah, it could be just not a match.
Oh, why is that? Why do you think it's not a match?
If somebody just requires more than you're used to giving, or you're not wanting to give, or I don't know. I just would feel like they're always gonna want more of something, and you just might not be able to provide whatever that is.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Oh. That makes sense, though. That makes sense. I never thought about that. So you basically want to see me when you want to see me.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically,
it's
because
like
that's when you have time.
Rules, yeah.
I mean, I think that when you first start to get to know somebody, you're not spending a lot of time with that person because they're working, especially guys that have kids, and you might see your kids on 2 weekends out the month. So I might see you 1 weekend out the month because the next week, 1 weekend you might want to be with your friends. Like, I don't require to see you all the time, but I feel like a man, you got to put the effort in. And men and women, we both have to put the effort in. Like, if you are with somebody, I'll tell you, if you ain't seeing that man at least once a week, he having sex with somebody else. Because men don't usually go that long without having sex. Do they?
I mean, it's times. It's been times.
It's been times you've gone longer than a week.
Than a week, yeah.
Okay,
sure.
well, I guess you've been so busy that you ain't even thinking about that. Because I always think like men have, you know, we all have wants and needs. Mm-hmm. And if, you know, you're not seeing this person enough and spending enough attention with them, they are going to go elsewhere and cheat. I'm just putting it out there. They're going to cheat. Right?
Yeah, it's only cheating if you don't talk about it.
If you ain't calling me or texting me and Marcus is calling and texting me, I might cheat with Marcus. If Marcus called me on Friday night and say, "Hey, Delcey, what you doing?" Nothing. "Oh, your dude ain't around?" "Nah, I ain't seen him in a week." "Oh, you haven't?" "Oh, well, come on, let's go to dinner then." I'm going to dinner with Marcus.
Oh, where you fold after 1 week?
I'm folding after a week. Like, if I ain't heard from you in a week, you ain't talked to me, you ain't sent me no good morning, how you doing? 7 days. If I ain't seeing you in 7 days, you seeing somebody else. It's not no way. You can't tell me that you that busy and I ain't seeing you or talking to you. You are in a relationship with somebody who is unavailable to you. Mm-hmm. Ladies, let me say that again. And gentlemen, you are in a relationship with someone who is unavailable to you. Facts. Don't put yourself in that situation. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's all I'm saying. Number 5.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that wasn't all 6 of them?
Nope. We on number 5. I'm telling you, if a person can't make concrete plans with you, that means actively dating you, calling you up. Because Marcus will call you on Friday night.
Who is Marcus?
I don't know who Marcus is. I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, you about to make your spot hot.
My lips are sealed. But if Marcus calls you on Friday night and your man ain't called you to make plans, but Marcus says, hey, girl, get dressed. I'm about to scoop you up. We going out on a date. Mm-hmm. Go out with Marcus. Go on. I'm giving you permission to go out with Marcus. Because Marcus is making concrete plans where your man is not. Man and ladies, because ladies too. But see, I think men are the ones that make the plans. A woman ain't gonna call her man and say, hey, get dressed, I'm getting ready to come get you. Will she?
Nah.
But a man will call a woman and say, get dressed, I'm getting ready to come get you. I'm in town, I'm getting ready to come get you. I don't know if your man live in town, your woman live in town or not. But a person that want to be with you, you're not just a backup plan. You are the plan. They are calling you to say, hey, I want to see you tonight. Let's go to dinner. That's what an alpha man does. I don't know about the rest of y'all. But if a man can't call you to make plans, or ladies, if your man ain't calling you to make plans, he's seeing somebody else. It's going nowhere. Let him go. And let Marcus come scoop you up with them plans. Because Marcus is going to call you Friday night. Trust and believe. So, number 6. This is a key indicator. And I'm going to tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, this is the key indicator right here. If you have been talking to a man or a woman and you haven't met her family, kids, cousin, mom and dad, you ain't the one. If he ain't spending holidays with you, you ain't the one.
Dang.
I'm just putting it out there. What you think about that?
No, that's
I think
facts.
that's the key fact.
No, that's facts.
Because you can meet somebody in 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, and be like, oh, I'm really digging this person. I'll bring him around my kids.
Yeah.
I bring them around my family. Oh, you might have met him a month before Thanksgiving and said, oh, I'm going to invite him over for Thanksgiving. Just come through, get a plate. Nobody got to know we messing around. Come get a plate. That's what you do. If that man has not introduced you to his brother, his cousin, his mom or dad, you ain't the one. That's the key indicator. I think that's the most important thing, especially if you've been dating somebody over 6 months. You should have been introduced to the family, right? And the kids.
You ain't even heard the brother's name. You don't even know what his brother's name is.
Because you ain't never heard it. Dang. Or even his kid. Like if he has a kid and he spends time with his kid and he's never introduced you to his kid, you ain't the one.
What that mean? He spent time with his kid and his baby mother?
And his baby mama is still there. Y'all better watch out. That's a good point. Maybe he's spending Sunday afternoons at the jumping place with his baby mama and his kid while you at home sitting around waiting. Don't sit around and wait. That's for a man or a woman. Do not sit around and wait for somebody to call you or distract yourself in your mind. Because that leaves you in an empty space of rejection. Like, why am I not valuable enough for this person? Why does this person not think of me enough to come see me or call or text me or spend time with me? Plan a date. Let's go out. Let's do this. Let's do that. A vacation. If you've been with a man for a year, you ain't met his family or been on a vacation with him, he ain't the one. Ladies, I'm just saying this in all clarity for y'all, and gentlemen too. They are not the one. That means that there's somebody else out there that they're spending, dang, I don't even want to say this. Like, you the side person. You the side piece. Right?
The main goes to the beach.
The main person is the person that goes to the beach, done been to Cancun, Mexico, or to Panama and been on vacation, and you ain't been nowhere. And meanwhile, he come around you when he want to. Or she wants to. Don't be that person. Listen, rejection will have you feel in a certain type of way. Some people get depressed when they get rejected, or feel like, because I think, you know, what was it on? I was watching something, and the guy said, you are giving commitment to somebody who's not committed to you. We can't do that. If a person is not reciprocating love, commitment, friendship, you know, partnership, that's not the person you need to be with.
Yeah, you know, some guys going, and I'm saying this because it's me too. I'm going to still try to chase.
Oh, the girl?
Oh, yeah, if she playing hard to get, okay.
Oh, yeah, if she's rejecting you,
Yeah,
I'll
like,
get her.
yeah.
Yeah, I've had people say that to me before, too, like, oh, that's all right, I'll break you down now.
Yeah, I'm going to get you.
But,
and
that's
been
somebody,
times that I've got her, too.
Yeah,
like,
because that's somebody really showing you interest.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody that really, hey, like, he really liked me.
Yeah, that's why I was asking, like, do you wait? Because that's a situation that's waiting when you're still trying to talk to her, even if she's like, no, I'm not, it's not time. You know,
yeah, you still be her friend.
Be her friend, yeah. And even if that's what
that's why a lot of men say you can't have male friends, because they feel like the male friend is always in the background waiting to swoop up when something happens. That's not necessarily the key, but I mean, if it's somebody that you value and she's not ready for a commitment, I mean, yeah, in that case, just continue to be her friend, because you never know in being a friend what that can turn into.
Yeah, and if it's genuine, then it's genuine.
If it's genuine, then by all means, it's gonna happen, because it's meant to happen. That's what I always think of stuff like that. But I mean, I'm just saying, as far as like wait, I always give a time limitation to things, like, you know, because you can meet someone, like you said, in the interim of them breaking up with someone, and they're just not ready to be in a committed relationship because they just came out of something.
Yeah.
So their trust is up. They don't trust everybody. They, you know.
I just met a shorty. You're saying exactly the same thing. Like, she had just got out of a relationship like a month ago. But
yeah.
I didn't know any of that. But she just was telling me she wasn't ready.
She wasn't ready, but
that's why.
Then
she told me how short it was. I was like, I understand completely. Like,
yeah.
100% that you don't have to say anything more. Like,
yeah,
you
I
just
get
with
it.
somebody for a while, and then it's only been a month. Of course.
Hell, you need more time you need to learn, grow.
Yeah, let me know when you're ready. Like,
learn, grow, and know from that relationship.
Exactly.
So that you're not taking that into the next relationship. I think that's very, very important. So remember, if you feel like you're being rejected, it's because you're being rejected. Go with your gut feeling. You know, if that person is not committing to you, I think actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
And a person will show you through their actions. I mean, I had a guy that I remember when I first met him, I was like, you ain't even my type. But he was so persistent. It was like, damn, he liked me because he really persistent. But at the same time, it's because he knew, like, maybe I didn't know at the time, but they already know in their mind, like, what they're looking for in a woman. And when you show all those characteristics.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah,
you
like, show all those.
Something in them that you ain't finding nobody
else.
Like,
that's true.
I was waiting for her or whatever it is.
I'll wait for her to, even if I got to just be your friend. I've had guys, you know, be friends and be like, I just want to be your friend through the interim of you getting through this relationship or whatever. And it turns into something else. So that can happen too. But at the end of the day, you just got to know, go with your gut. If you feel like a person is using you or rejecting you, or they're just not that into you, there's a whole movie on there, just not into you, right?
Not that into you, yep.
He's just not that into you. Watch that movie, because it'll let you know that that person's just not into you. Find somebody who is into you. I'm sure there's other people trying to rap to you at the same time. And then a person will get mad because you say, if you don't want me, somebody else does, because there's somebody out here in the wings waiting for you to get through the relationship that you're in. So that's why I be like, don't put people on hold or on pause because you're not ready. Let them go. If it's meant to be, it'll come back. And if it doesn't, it was never meant to be.
Exactly.
I'm a firm believer in that. So I wanted to talk about that because, like I said, I seen the lady that rejected the guy, and his response to her rejection was abuse.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Physical abuse. Like, that's crazy. We have to learn that, you know, everybody's not going to like you. Everybody ain't going to be feeling your charisma, your personality.
Your riz.
Your riz. They ain't going to be feeling you like that. They ain't going to be vibing with you like that. And even though you're a good catch, you might be a good catch for someone else. You know what I'm saying? And not that person. So we got to learn to identify when it's time for us to say, okay, this isn't working and I'm not getting what I need and I need to exit. be able to identify that. I think that's very important. So let's talk about, did you hear about this? The 5th inmate to die in Fulton County.
No, word.
Young guy, 34 years old. He actually put in a complaint against Fulton County jail, and he was found dead.
Dang.
I don't know if somebody killed him.
What was the complaint?
That they weren't feeding him, they weren't giving him water. He was getting beat up by the inmates. Like, for some reason, those correction officers had it out for him. I don't know what it all stemmed from, but for somebody to have to put in a complaint against you and then nothing is done and he ends up dead like that, this is the fifth death in the month of August, just in the month of August.
Oh, that's crazy.
That doesn't make any sense.
At
what is
Fulton
going
County
on,
Jail.
Fulton County Jail?
Was that the Wright Street one?
Yeah. That don't make no sense. Does that make sense?
No, that's crazy.
Man, that's crazy as hell. 5th inmate dead at Fulton County Jail. What are we doing wrong? What do we need to do as a society, as a community, to make sure that this stops happening? What are we doing? Who's out there doing something? Because this is crazy. Where's the Martin Luther Kings, the Al Sharptons,
Malcolm X.
the Malcolm X's? Like, this should not be happening. And 9 times out of 10, they're black. It's sad. Mm-hmm. Sad. 5th inmate in the month of August alone. Young guy, too, 34 years old. So I was watching Instagram, y'all, and this was really crazy to me. A lady talking about breastfeeding her husband since 2017. We in 2023.
Well, she had kids in 2017 or something?
I didn't know you could. Well, you could, as long as somebody's, you're lactating as long as
somebody's pulling on
yeah.
Yeah.
As long as the milk will
like.
Continue to come out 4 or 5. I breastfed for a while too, so I know. But this is a grown ass man.
How did he find out that was his kink? He's like, what?
Oh my God. She says she's been breastfeeding her husband since 2017, y'all.
Yeah, he's sucking her dry. She tired of it?
She's tired of him. No, she ain't say that.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find. To me, it's just weird.
What
like,
was their
why would
race?
you breastfeed your husband? What do you think?
White?
No.
What?
Black.
See nothing wrong with breastfeeding my husband. I actually love the bond. It helps me out, finishes off the job. A lot of people ask why I do it, why we do it. There's various reasons, but in all actuality, there really is nothing wrong with it. I always like to make jokes that
this was on the Shade Room, by the way.
Milks out there because you're told to, but when it's milk that is from a person it's a little
this is
weird.
A human milk.
Weird, but it is.
This is weird to me.
I mean, it's better than drinking cow milk, though, right?
Breast milk.
Yeah.
I bet you he don't get a runny nose and nothing.
Yeah, no, he good. He did not get this new
His
COVID.
immune system, oh my God.
A1.
His lymphatic system is working wonders.
Yeah.
I bet you he ain't got COVID. He ain't had a sinus infection.
Nothing. Since he didn't catch COVID-19. She said since 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't even
I'm
catch
sure he ain't
COVID-19.
caught COVID. Like, but what would make a woman breastfeed her husband? Where's your child at?
Yeah.
You ain't breastfeeding your child no more. You started breastfeeding your husband. Make that make sense. Mm-hmm. And why would you be putting this out there on the internet? That's your own personal kinky ass business.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop. I don't want to know this. Like, this is not cool. Ugh, breastfeeding your husband since 2017. We in 2023. That's years.
No, that's a whole...
And they a young couple. They not old.
Yeah, their kid like 6.
I'm sure his immune system is, like you said, he probably ain't never contracted COVID-19. Any of the viruses. Mm-hmm. He probably ain't had a common cold. Because breast milk is the best milk. Mm-hmm. Really, to tell you the truth. So, I don't know. Keep giving it to your kids. Your husband, though? Come on, girl. That is kinky stuff. That is some kinky stuff right there, y'all. Coco Gauff wins the U.S. Open. What you think about that?
Oh, Coco, she's from Atlanta, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think she was from Atlanta.
I just think it's amazing to me to see all this black talent, you know what I'm saying? Especially women out here playing tennis. There was the girl from Japan, Japanese and Haitian.
Oh, yeah. Her name, I know who you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, she had a kid or something, too.
She just recently had a baby.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but just watching this, Venus and Serena just paved the way for these young ladies, man. Man, give them their flowers.
No, I wish I would have played a different sport in school instead of just basketball. I wish I would have played soccer and baseball.
Yeah, just different sports
lacrosse.
Lacrosse. Right, those sports that are not as rigorous as
polo. Yeah,
right.
What sports we got?
Man, it's just awesome though to see her mom's reaction and everything. And then she was joking about her dad being up. He wasn't in like the seats at the bottom. He was like in the VIP at the top, and they said that he was running laps around the stadium wherever they were playing. That's amazing to me. And she's young. So Venus and Serena have really paved the way for black women in tennis.
Yep.
Amazing to me. I'm wondering if Serena's daughters end up playing.
Of course. They probably got the genes. And their aunt do it too.
Oh my gosh. They got to please continue the legacy of tennis. Serena and Venus. I don't think Venus has children yet, but Serena does. But I think that's just a legacy to carry on. You know what I'm saying?
You know, that's how most of the sports things are anyway. Like, 'cause Steph Curry's father was a basketball player.
Right, then he played.
They're just able to
Carmelo
guide you.
Anthony and his son.
Yep,
yeah, I love to see that. LeBron James with his sons. Like, that's just amazing to me. And I wish I would have been able to see Kobe and his daughter.
Yeah.
Man, that would have been amazing just to see her grow into that role and take on her dad's role of playing basketball, because he never had any sons.
Exactly. And he was coaching her team. And
just amazing, man. The Mamba team.
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing, man. Wish we could have seen that. That would have been something. That would have been a legacy to leave behind.
They said they got a statue of them coming up in LA maybe I think it's February.
Oh, okay. For Black History?
February 24th or maybe October 24th. So it's coming up sometime soon in next year.
Okay, that's amazing. Then Mississippi has their first black Supreme Court justice. Recently, I think last month, she was sworn in.
No, Mississippi's still mad racist.
Most racist man, that's crazy. And I know a couple people from Mississippi. Keisha's from Mississippi. So, yeah, it's mad racist. So for her to be the first black woman, that is crazy to me. Like, that's a milestone. We got to be proud of that. She got to be proud of that. So let's talk about greens and greens. That's our health and wealth section, y'all. I want to talk about a detox that you could do. And it's for your lymphatic system. So you're detoxing your lymphatic system. I'm actually going to do this one myself too. So it's 3 cups of grapes, a cucumber, and 1 lime. And you drink it every day in the morning.
Cucumber and 1 lime. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to have to post that out there. But this is a good way to clean out your lymphatic system, to make sure it's working properly and keep you from getting sick. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing. And then I want to talk about also guess what the 10 cheapest states to live in for 2023 are.
Oh, I just seen one of them.
You seen it?
Is Arkansas on there?
Arkansas is not on there.
Okay. Utah
is not on there.
Okay, I'm going. What are the answers?
Illinois is one.
What?
Not Chicago, but they said Illinois.
Okay.
So that could be other smaller cities in Illinois. Because I see Chicago as being expensive.
Number 1, yeah.
Yeah, like New York, Chicago, Miami, California. Yeah. Tennessee is another one.
Oh,
I could see that,
that's
Tennessee.
Right up the street.
Virginia, which I'm shocked because Maryland is expensive.
Yeah, but Virginia, they do their own thing because they're
a Commonwealth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Delaware is another one. Okay. Indiana's on there. Ohio, Iowa, not Utah, but Iowa. Oklahoma, Mississippi, and Texas.
Okay, so like them dry states.
So if are they all dry states?
They seem, besides like Virginia and like Delaware.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like climate-wise, they're like dry.
Yeah, that's true. Less allergies out there. So I want to buy an investment property. I'm preparing all the paperwork to do that. So I'm going to look at these states to look and see.
Find out which one is the one that's going to grow first.
I'm thinking Texas maybe. And I'm thinking maybe even Delaware.
Yeah, or Illinois, because wherever it is in Illinois, it's got to be.
Yeah, and this is good for investors to know. But if you're looking for a single family home in these areas, they have the best house market rates right now. We know the interest rates are statewide, but the housing market is less expensive than it is in Atlanta. They said Atlanta's going to be high here in the next couple of years.
Yeah, if it's not
You're not going to be able to afford to buy anything.
I already know.
It's crazy because as the property taxes go up, so does your daggone your mortgage. I know mine went up a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that's just the property tax, not the actual mortgage itself, but the property taxes have gone up.
Yeah.
So it increases. Your mortgage really stays the same. It's the property taxes that you put in escrow every month to pay. So look outside. If you're living in Atlanta or in the state that you live in, you don't have to buy in the state that you live in. Look at different states and see where the market is better and where it's more affordable. Because if you buy in the state that you're in, I mean, people like to do that just because they have more authority to go out there and view their property and all this stuff. But you can find a management property company. You can go pick out the house. You can do everything on the internet now and just show up and even you can show up virtually for the signing and fax all the paperwork. You don't even have to be there. Mm-hmm. That's a good thing. So I wanted to bring that up because I know for myself, I'm looking for some investment properties right now. Mm-hmm. And I was looking at Macon, LaGrange, like different areas of Georgia. Outside of Atlanta, because Atlanta's getting expensive.
outside of Atlanta,
Yeah, it's getting expensive here, y'all. So wanted to share that. That's all I have for y'all today. So thank you for following, and sharing. Make sure that you go out there and subscribe so that you get the notifications on Friday at noon. We are on all platforms, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, I always forget, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Mm-hmm. So we're on all podcasts. All you have to do is go out there and search TT's House Podcast. That's it. Mm-hmm. And it'll come right up. It's easy, y'all. Don't use excuses not to follow, or share, okay? Especially to my friends, since y'all say y'all like following and sharing. So we out. Thank you.